There's a new study out of Harvard that has found millions of Americans are simply being priced out of homeownership.
Yeah, I'm sure many of you feel this already. The school's Joint Center for Housing Study says both homeowners and renters are struggling with high housing costs. Take a look at this. The U.S. home price index is 47% higher than in early 2020. That's pushing the median sales price to about 5 times an average household income, which is just incredible. Meantime, rents are up 26% across the country since early 2020.
Joining us now is Chris Herbert. He is the managing director of the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard. So, Chris, we know about inflation. We know that there's a lot of drivers. But when it comes to housing in particular, what is fueling this trend? Why are rental and housing costs really outpacing everything else, particularly including salaries?
It's important to look at both the short term and the long term in thinking about what's happening in the housing market. In the short term, what we had was almost a perfect storm during the pandemic. Going into the pandemic, we had tight housing markets to begin with. We had low vacancy rates for both for sale and rental housing. And then during the pandemic, we had an incredible increase in demand for housing, both as people came to realize they weren't just going to live in their homes, but work and study there because they had more money, because they weren't spending money on anything else pretty much, and because student loans were deferred. You put together that plus interest rates below 3%, and that tight supply led to this increase in housing prices that you're showing on the screen now. So the short run story is that tight supply against strong demand. But I think it's important to look at a longer term perspective. If we go back decades, we'll find that housing costs have been outpacing incomes since the 1960s. Why is that? Partly because of the fact that land on which all homes sit has been growing faster than incomes. And secondly, because the homes that we're putting there have gotten larger, higher quality, and the efficiencies in the construction of homes that we've seen in other industries like automaking and the like, there haven't been those increases in the efficiency of construction to bring down those costs. High land costs, high cost of construction have outpaced incomes for a long time, but they got a lot worse during the pandemic.
Now, I'm looking into your report, and you do highlight that single-family construction is accelerating across the country. So there is a gradual increase in the availability of homes. But what kind of future is this cost making for all of us, particularly, groups hardest hit by high housing and rental expenses?
Yeah, we are seeing single-family construction rise modestly, which is kind of shocking when you consider that interest rates have been north of 7%.
Yeah.
But the reason for that is because the fact that most homeowners are sitting on mortgages under 4%, in many cases under 3%, they're just not inclined to sell and have to face those higher mortgage costs. So with so few existing homes on the market, home builders are responding by doing what they can. But in terms of what this means, I mean, it's really pricing out first-time home buyers. The cost of a monthly payment on a median price home at north of $3,000, you need $120,000 in income to afford that. It means only 1 in 7 renters can afford homes. So for young folks today seeking that dream of home ownership, the path to get there is really difficult. And I don't want to lose sight, too, on the rental side, the pain is being felt across the board, across renters, but mostly for very low-income renters, who are 83% of whom are spending more than 30% of their income, 65% are spending more than 50% of their income, and the amount they have left over at the end of the month is very little for everything else.
Now, Chris, this is a problem that I think anecdotally many of our viewers, all of us understand. You guys have quantified it. People are also looking at you as the experts from Harvard. Is there a resolution to this problem?
There is, and it's going to take some time, but there's twofold. As I mentioned, part of the reason we're in this problem is because of the fact that land is expensive and the cost of producing housing has gotten higher. The solution to that is we need to reduce the restrictions on how much housing we can build, the type of housing we can build. Meaning we've got to build housing at greater densities to make greater use of that land. And that might mean building more multifamily housing in some places, but it also means building smaller, more efficient single-family homes. We've got to take a look at regulations and make sure that what we're mandating for health and safety is not excessive. So we need to build smaller, simpler homes. So that's on the regulatory side. And we can definitely do that and free up the ability of the private sector to produce housing that's needed for folks who have decent incomes. But we can't also overlook the fact that we need to expand the housing safety net for those who have incomes that are just beyond the reach of the private sector. And we also need to think about expanding the support we provide, financial support for first-time homebuyers, particularly first-generation homebuyers who don't have the bank of mom and dad to turn to make sure that those folks have the cash they need to come to the closing table to be able to buy that first home.
Yeah, Chris, Herbert, this is such an important topic. It impacts everybody. Folks should go ahead and dig into your report, The State of the Nation's Housing 2024. Thanks so much for joining us today on CBS News.
Thanks for the opportunity.